student, welcome to botany class. Today we are going to see the lichens, the another symbiotic association between the fungus and the algae. Okay, the fungal is associated with the algae. So it is a symbiotic relationship between them. Okay, so that is generally called is a lichens. So the fungus, it will be provide shelter to the algae, and for that the algae, it will be supply the food material to the fungus. So here both the algae and the fungus are mutually beneficial. In the previous video we have discussed the symbiotic relationship between fungus with the higher group of roots, that is called mycorrhiza. Okay, mycorrhiza we already discussed. Now we are going to see the symbiotic relationship between algae and the fungi. So it's a symbiotic association between the algae and the fungi. It is called lichens. So here the algal partner is generally called is a phycobionts or photobionts. Phyco or phycology, the study of algae. Okay, so in the lichen, the algal component, because both the organism are associated, no? So the algal component is generally called phycobiont or photobiont. Why is it called a photobiont? Because it's a photosynthesis. They do the photosynthesis. The algal is a photosynthetic organism, that is a photobiont. The fungal partner is called mycobiont. Mycology, the study of algae, is called mycology. No? So the mycobiont means that is a fungal partner. Photobiont or phycobiont means algal partner. Okay, here the fungal hyphae, it's a algal. The green structure, that is algae. So it's called what? Phycobiont or photobiont. The fungal hyphae, that is called mycobiont. So this is it's a network of the fungus, the both outer and the water, the lower surface. So in the middle, near the upper surface, what is present? The layer of the algal is present. So both the fungal and the algae is associated symbiotically. That is a lichens. There are two components. The algal component is called phycobiont or photobiont. The fungal component is called mycobionts. Algae is provided nutrition to the fungal partner because it's a photosynthetic photobiont. Photosynthetic or photobiont because can able to prepare food material. So it provides nutrition to the fungal partner. In turn, that means the fungus is provide protection and also is help to fix the thallus to the substratum. Because the algae itself cannot separately grow. So it will need some support. So here the fungus is acting as a support. It helps to fix the thallus, that means algal thallus, to the substratum through rhizonia. So rhizonia is a fungal root-like structure, that is a rhizonia. Okay, so it will fix the thallus on the substratum. Substratum means where it is grown, the place. The algae provide nutrition to the fungus. For that, the fungus will give the protection to the algae. Why? Because the fungal layer, the algal layer is present inside the fungal layer, or it present in between the fungal layer. So as a result, the algae is fully protected. Next, reproduction. The asexual reproduction. There are different types of asexual reproduction, especially fragmentation, soridia and isidia. Fragmentation, we already know that. When it's also thallus-like structure. Lichens also is a thallus-like structure. When any part, it will be detached from the mother plant. It will be result to develop into a new plant body or a new lichen thallus. That is a fragmentation. Soridia, here they will be given. A soridium is consists of the algal body and the fungal filament, that is a hyphae. So it is an algal body and it will be surrounded by some part of the algal hyphae, that is called soridia. And then isidia, that means the filamentous, the fungal extraction is present. So inside the algal cells are present, that is a isidia. So soridia means it will be detached. So center is the algal, it will be surrounded by some part of the fungal hyphae. And isidia, some extension of the fungal thallus is occur inside what is present, the algal body is present. Okay, that is isidia. Next, the mycobiome reproduced by A. canis, Harmogonia, A. planospore. So these are the things we have already learned. In cyanobacteria, what is A. canis? So that is a canis. Some large cell will be present. Some large cell will be present with thick wall. So later, it will be formed during the unfavourable condition. Later, it will be break the wall and develop into a new young one during the favourable condition. Harmogonia, this is a harmogonia. There are some, this is a harmogonia. The filamentous structure, it will be break into small pieces. This piece later develop into a new filament. And finally, A. planospore. That means the A. planospore, it produces A. planospore. Later, this A. planospore is germinate to form a new young one. So there is a pycobiome reproduction, especially asexual reproduction. Pycobiome asexual. It is a lichen asexual. It is especially for pycobiome asexual, A. canis, Harmogonia, and the A. planospore. Next, the mycobiome is undergo sexual reproduction. Mycobiome is never do the asexual. It is only do the sexual reproduction, especially for production of ascospore. We already know this. What is the ascospore? It's a sac-like structure. So inside is a many asci. So the asci is contain many ascospore. We already learned in the fungal classification. We already learned in the fungal classification, ascospore. So that is the complex structure. So here the filamentous, that is a sac-like structure is present. So inside the sac-like structure, many ascospores are present. In ascomycetes, we already learned the classification of the ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. Okay, so both are produced a sac-like structure, but basidio is differ from ascus. Because here the ascospores are formed inside the sac-like structure, but in basidiomycetes, the basidiospores are exogenous. It will form outside the basidium. We already learned. Okay, so mycobiome, that is a fungal partner, it undergoes the sexual reproduction and is produced the ascospore or basidiospore. Because the ascomycete and the basidiomycete, these two form only, it will be associated with the algal partner. Okay, the lichen component, the fungal partner, that is mycobiome, it may be ascomycete or basidiomycete. Okay, so the sexual reproduction is maybe the production of ascospore or basidiospore. Next, the classification of the lichens based on the habitat. The lichens are classified into different types. That is corticulus. That is on pod. So that is a corticulus. Ligniculus. That is in the wood. It is a pod. It's a wood. Saxiculus on the rock. So on the rock. Terriculus on ground. So the fungus, it will grow on the surface of the ground. So what is the difference between pod and wood? So in the bark is a branches. So wood is a very hard part, whether it will be fallen from the stem or the plant. Okay, saxiculus, it will grow on the rock surface. terriculous on the ground. And some marine form is also present, especially the siliceous rock. So siliceous means that is a sedimentary rock. So on the surface of sedimentary rock, this group of the lichens are is found on the surface. And freshwater near the what? Near the river and the freshwater pond like that. So near the river region, some rock region will be present. No, so this rock region on the surface, the lichens are grown. So that is a marine form, is a freshwater form. On the basis of habitat, Horticulus, Ligniculus, Saxiculus, Terriculus, marine form and freshwater form. So another classification based on the morphology of the thallus. It will be divided into leprous, crustose, fruticose, and foliage. Some external foliage, but foliage is not in a given book. Leprous, a distinct fungal layer is absent. So in this group, there is no distinct fungal layer. That is very clear. And it looks like a painter. So that means on the surface of the pot or wood, it will be what? Like a painted structure. Crustose, crust-like. That is a foliage leaf-like. Okay, so that is a crustose. Next foliage. Next foliage, it's a leaf-like. So leaf-like structure. And fruticose, branched pendulous serve-like. That is a branched pendulous. So leprous means it will be attached with the bark or any other structure. It looks like a painted structure, and there is no distinct the fungal layer. Crustose, that is a crust-like, is mostly present in the rock surface. Foliage, leaf-like structure. So here, so that is a leaf-like structure. That is a foliage. And fruticose, branched pendulous serve. So pendulum means it will be hanging. Okay, pendulous serve-like structure. So that is a branched serve-like structure. It is a foliage. It is a crustose. It's a leprous. Leprous, crustose, foliage, and fructose. So there is a leprous, foliage, and fruticose. So another classification based on the distribution of algal cell. Homoemerous and heteromerous. Homoemerous, algal cells are evenly distributed in the thallus. Algal layer will be evenly distributed. That is algal cell. But in heteromerous, the distinct layer of algal and the fungi is present. So here, that is a homoemerous. The algal and the fungal cell are evenly distributed. But here, it is a fungal layer, it is a algal zone, it is a fungal layer. Okay, so distinct the algal layer is present. That is a hetero. Homeo means evenly. It is not distinct layer. Okay, if the distinct layer is present, that is a heteromerous. So based on the distribution of algae, the lichens are classified into two categories, that is homoemerous and heteromerous. Next, on the basis of fungal partner, already I told you no. So it have only the two, that is if the lichen have the fungal partner, it belongs to Ascomycetes or Ascomycetes means that is ascolichens. Suppose the fungal partner is a Basidiomycetes means that is a Basidiolichens. Okay, if the fungal partner is a Ascomycetes means that is a Ascolichen, Basidiomycetes means that is a Basidiolichen. Next, the importance, economic importance of lichens. So lichen is secrete organic acid like oxalic acid. That is very, very important. Oxalic acid, which corrodes the rock surface. That is, it will help to corrode the rock surface. It helps in weathering of the rocks. So weathering means the hard rock surface, it will be slowly changed into the soil. The hard rock surface, it will be slowly changed into the soil particle. Okay, so that is a weathering of the rock. So thus is acting as a pioneer of xerosia, because there is no life on the rock. But due to secrete of oxalic acid, the lichen it will be created the life form on the rock. So that's it. The lichens are considered pioneer in the Jurassic. Okay. And the eosinic acid is produced from the lichen. It shows antibiotic property. And the lichens are sensitive to air pollutant. That is very, very important. It's a main characteristic features of lichen, especially sulfur dioxide. Therefore, they are considered the pollution indicator. Next, the dye is present in the litmus paper. Do you know the litmus paper? So this paper is helped to indicate the acid and base nature in the laboratory. So it is an acid-base indicator in the laboratory. It is obtained from the Rossella mantigoni. And then the Clarinor rangiforinea. It's a renidine most. It's used for the food for the animal living in the tundra region. So tundra region means so from the equator that is perpendicular. So 0 to 90 degree. So near to 90 to 80 or 80 to 70. So this region is called the tundra region. Okay, so these lichen are used for the food for the animal living in the tundra region. Thank you, student.